Hi, I'm Trisha Ann W. Tarun. I am a senior from BA Development Studies from the College of Arts and Sciences in University of the Philippines, Manila. When I entered DevStud, parang I was introduced to parang a new way of learning na that goes beyond the classroom, no. So very mass oriented yung tinuturo sa DevStud. Namulat ako, kumbaga. Passion ko talaga and very close to my heart yung mga struggles ng women sector sa atin. So isa sa mga core values nga nung development studies, no, yung pag-analyze, yung class analysis, yung social investigation, na lahat ng issues na tinitingnan nakalatag siya, no, sa lens ng pagtingin dun sa different classes of society. Na-realize ko sa pamamagitan ng orgs ko, pati rin ng mga teorya na natututunan ko sa development studies, na yung mga issues na ito na nararamdaman nung Filipino masses, no, ay magkakaiba depende sa kanilang uring kinabibilangan. So yung DevStud kasi parang yes, very practice nga, kumbaga theory and practice, pero syempre nilalapatan muna ng teorya, no, doon tumutungtong. So in our program na development studies, ang ginagawa doon ay usually yung mga third year students, no, during the mid-year ay pinapadala kami sa iba't ibang probinsya to integrate with the basic masses, and usually mga farmers, mga fisher folks yung mga nakakasama namin. Sa pagpunta namin sa Camarines Sur, nakipag-partner kami doon sa KMB o Kilusang Magbubukid ng Bicol. So mass organization sila ng mga farmers doon, at nangunguna sila sa yung mga panawagan ng mga magsasaka, pangunahin yung kanilang panawagan para sa sariling lupa, no. Actually, sobrang malala yung kanilang sitwasyon doon, no, at mas lalo pang pinalala noong pandemya. Yung thesis ko ngayon ay focus sa mga mothers doon sa Camarines Sur, no. And majority sa kanila ay mga farmers din, no, from family of farmers. And I learned na yung mga issues na bit-bit ng mga nanay na ito ay kakabit, no, ng issue rin na bit-bit nung kanilang uri. So yung issue ng kasarian bilang isang babae at yung issue ng mga magsasaka bilang isang magsasaka ay pareho na binibit-bit nung mga ina doon. Ako as part ngayon ng academic community, no, I wanted to write about them kasi I feel like hindi enough yung nagiging presence nila, especially sa media, no. I wanted to write about them kasi when you write about something, parang you establish their presence, pinapakita mo na nag-e-exist itong mga sektor na ito, nag-e-exist yung kanilang issue. Tinuturing ko sila, no, bilang isang parang co-researchers ko sa kumbaga ay pagsusulat nung kanilang kasaysayan, pagsusulat nung kanilang kasalukuyan, and hopefully pagsusulat din ng kanilang kinabukasan na kung saan yung mga panawagan nila ay matutupad na. I think normal na makaramdam ng takot sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Naalala ko na sinabi nung aking professor, no, na ang fear is relative to underdevelopment. So nung sinabi niya yun, parang tumatak sa akin na oo nga, no, kung matatakot tayo, no, kung magtatago na lang tayo, tatahimik, ay talagang hindi magkakaroon, no, ng pag-unlad. Ngayon kinakailangan natin na tumayo, at tumindig kasama nung iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan para depensahan yung ating nakaraan, yung ating kasalukuyan at yung ating kinabukasan dahil sobrang threatened na tayo with violence, with so much red tagging, abuse, no? And dapat hindi tayo matatakot, no? Dahil hindi naman tayo mag-isang kikilos dito, no? So doon papasok, no, yung collective movement, no? So nagsisimula siya sa organizing. And sinabi din sa amin nung isang nanay, no, na magsasaka doon na ang pag-oorganisa ng masa, ang pag-oorganisa ng mga Pilipino, no, ay isang daan papunta sa kaunlaran ng ating bansa. Alam natin, no, yung pinag-aaralan natin yung lipunan, ang dami nating teorya na binabasa, ang dami nating teorya na inaaral, no, minimemorize. And this is the time to practice all those theories, no? Kasi lagi ang sinasabi nga, no, sa aming course, no, ang teoryang walang praktika ay baog at ang praktikang walang teorya ay bulag. At mula doon ay uusbong yung ating pagsasapraktika, pagkilos dito, no? At syempre mahalaga na kasama natin dito yung iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan, no? At gayon din, no, hindi naman tayo basta-basta na lang na kumikilos, no, lumalabas, pumupunta sa mga lansangan na basta na lang may magawa, no, dahil nakabatay ito sa mga teorya, nakabatay siya sa ating realidad. So hindi natin kailangan matakot dahil andyan yung mga kababaihan, no, na matapang na lumalaban, nandyan yung mga magsasaka, nandyan yung ating mga mangingisda, yung ating mga IPs, yung ating mga manggagawa, nandyan sila, patuloy silang lumalaban, no, kahit na nasa gitna sila ng karahasan, no, pinapaulanan sila ng kung ano-anong pandarahas ng estado at kahit yung academic community, 'di ba, ay under threatened din ng paglaganap ng mga fake news, ng historical revisionism, historical distortion. Kasama ng mga iba't ibang sektor, no, ay kinakailangan na sama-sama rin tayong titindig dahil naniniwala nga tayo na may power, no, kapag nag-organisa tayo at may power kung sama-sama tayo na kikilos tungo doon sa pagdepensa sa ating mga sarili, sa ating sektor at sa ating buong bansa. Hindi ito ang panahon upang pangibabawan tayo ng takot dahil hindi tayo kailanman nag-iisa.
Greetings to the new members of Pi Gamma Mu Philippine Alpha Chapter who will be inducted in today's ceremony. It is a very exciting period for us to be at this crossroad in our history, both as citizens and as social scientists. You are beginning your new lives after university life, and the country begins a new chapter in our pursuit of freedom and democracy. More so as new members of the oldest and preeminent honor society in the social sciences. It is both a challenging and an exhilarating time as well, opening up new opportunities for us not only to study our social relationships, social problems and issues, because that is what we do as social scientists, but also to contribute to national development, to bringing our country hopefully closer to our goals of justice, equal opportunity, among others. We do what we can to the best of our abilities for the higher goal of the good of our people. Your being here today is a milestone for you because it recognizes the excellent academic work you have done as university students, as well as the potential you carry for your work as well. that will contribute to society in whatever milieu you choose to commit yourselves to, whether it is working with the marginalized and underprivileged communities or with national or global agencies. What matters will be the commitment and the passion that you will put in your work to improve and enlighten that part of humanity that has been either ignored, neglected, forgotten, or forsaken. What matters will be the integrity, honor, and excellence that you carry in your service. We look to you, our new members, to carry forward excellence in the social sciences and to uphold the highest ideals of scholarship and service. We look to you for hope, for our future, and for our country. Congratulations! Mabuhay!
Our guest speaker finished his elementary and secondary education at the Ateneo de Davao University. In 1970, he obtained his undergraduate degree in economics from the Ateneo de Manila and his law degree from the College of Law of the University of the Philippines, where he graduated valedictorian and cum laude in 1975. That same year, he passed the Philippine bar examination, landing 6th place. He went into private practice and opened the Carpio, Villarasa, and Cruz law firm. He was a faculty of the UP College of Law, teaching tax law, corporate law, and negotiable instruments law from 1983 to 1992. He served as the Chief Presidential Legal Counsel of the Office of the President during the watch of President Fidel Ramos in 1992. He was the first appointee of President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo in the Supreme Court in 2001. He received the Presidential Medal of Merit from President Fidel Ramos in 1998 for his distinguished and exemplary service to the country. The University of the Philippines Alumni Association named him Outstanding UP Alumni in Public International Law in 2015 and the Most Distinguished Alumni in 2017. He was part of the legal team which argued that China's 9-dash line is illegal under international law. Armed with arguments based on the law of the sea, as well as historical and cartographic sources, the Philippines disproved China's claim of historic rights over the West Philippine Sea. On July 12, 2016, the ruling of the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, Netherlands, invalidated China's 9-dash line argument over the South China Sea. In 2017, he published an e-book entitled The South China Sea Dispute, Philippine Sovereign Rights and Jurisdiction in the West Philippine Sea. Of recent date, he was one of the conveners of a pro-democracy coalition tasked to select candidates for the position of President, Vice President, and senators for the May 9, 2022. The coalition was called Sambayan, using the criteria of 1, clean track record, 2, upright stand on key issues such as opposition to extrajudicial killings, kowtowing to foreign powers, and violation of separation of powers, 3, a well-informed platform, and 4, winnability. The coalition came out with a slate composed of Leni Robredo as President, Kiko Pangilinan as Vice President, and Teddy Bagkilat, Neri Colmenares, Laila de Lima, Chel Jokno, Risa Hontiveros, Alex Lacson, Sani Matula, and Sani Trillanes as senatorial bids. It is my pleasure and honored to present an Associate Justice who was a member of the Supreme Court for 18 years, former Associate Justice Antonio Tirol Carpio.
Pleasant day to everyone. Thank you for inviting me as your guest speaker at your induction ceremony to the prestigious Pi Gamma Mu International Honor Society. The University of the Philippines motto is Honor and Excellence. Honor and excellence is now being tested in this age of massive disinformation in social media. Recent elections in our country and abroad have shown that history can be rewritten, lies can spread fast and overwhelm the truth, and large numbers of people can be misled due to the depth, reach, and velocity of social media in our daily lives. This phenomenon has been made possible because anyone can post a comment in social media anonymously without revealing his or her real identity. Almost all these false histories, lies, and half-truths are posted by anonymous persons. We know many of these people work in troll farms in China, funded by state or political actors. These trolls, pretending to be Filipinos by using Filipino names, attack the political opposition in the Philippines and denigrate the West Philippine Sea Arbitral Award that the Philippines won against China. I have proposed that those who post comments on social media must reveal their real identity, either in the comment itself or upon registration with a social media platform. The reason is obvious. Those who use the real name in social media will act responsibly in their postings, for they can be held accountable for any falsehood in their postings. Those who use fictitious names will not hesitate to dish out falsehoods because they know they cannot be held accountable. My proposal was incorporated in the SIM Card Registration Act passed by Congress last February 2022. However, President Duterte vetoed the bill on the ground that the disclosure of identity allegedly violates freedom of expression. But those who reveal their real name in social media can still say anything they want without any prior restraint or censorship. There is no violation of freedom of expression. Freedom of expression does not include the right to libel another person in social media anonymously and escape being held to account. During seminars or webinars, those who comment or ask questions are routinely required to state their name and affiliation. That requirement does not violate freedom of expression. All these years, nobody ever questioned that the requirement to state one's name and affiliation violates freedom of expression. The requirement is for the sake of demanding responsibility and transparency. And what do we, alumni of UP, imbued with a sense of honor and excellence, do about the massive disinformation in our daily lives that will continue and even intensify in the days to come? The incoming administration has already announced that it will revise the history textbooks to remove the alleged lies about martial law and the Marcos family. I am often asked by young people for advice about their careers. I always tell them, in everything you do, just do what is right, tell the truth, and do your best. Doing what is right and telling the truth is all about honor. Doing your best is all about excellence. That is what honor and excellence means. When we are bombarded every day with falsehoods, telling the truth only when asked is not enough. We have the positive duty to proactively spread the truth to counter the massive disinformation that is misleading our people and the world. As the premier institution of higher learning in the country, our university has a twin duty to search for the truth and to spread the truth. In fact, a university exists to search for the truth and to spread the truth as well. That is the reason for existence of any university. We should not be deterred by the massiveness or audacity of the disinformation. China touted its 9-line claim as rooted in its 2,000-year history. The West started to believe in this story since China has a very old civilization. But we exposed this as a blatant historical lie, using China's own historical and contemporary records. Now China is being ridiculed in the West for peddling a gigantic historical falsehood. And we should also not be afraid to speak truth to power. When President Duterte announced in his State of the Nation address that China is in possession of the West Philippine Sea, I publicly corrected him that China is not in possession of the West Philippine Sea, a maritime area larger than the total land area of the Philippines. China reclaimed 7 tiny geologic features in the Spratlys, representing less than 3% of the total area of the West Philippine Sea. Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has stated last January 2022, and I quote, "That arbitration is no longer an arbitration if there's only one party, so it's no longer available to us," end of quote. Marcos Jr. has adopted the official position of China that the arbitration at The Hague is null and void because China did not participate in the arbitration. This position of China has been debunked by the Arbitral Tribunal and by practically all scholars of the law of the sea outside of China. The UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, to which China and the Philippines are parties, provides for a compulsory arbitration in its dispute settlement mechanism. Annex 6 of the convention expressly states, and I quote, "If one of the parties to the dispute doesn't appear before the arbitral tribunal or fails to defend its case, the other party may request the tribunal to continue the proceedings and to make the award. Absence of a party or failure of a party to defend its case shall not constitute a bar to the proceedings," end of quote. Clearly, contrary to the obviously false claim of Marcos Jr., the truth is the arbitral award is valid and binding between China and the Philippines. The position of Marcos Jr. is infinitely worse than the position of President Duterte. While President Duterte's policy has been to put aside the arbitral award, but to raise it at the appropriate time in the future, Marcos Jr.'s policy is to completely adopt the position of China that the arbitral award is null, void, and utterly useless. The arbitral award will remain valid and binding forever between China and the Philippines unless waived by the President under the international law doctrine of unilateral declaration. Under this doctrine, the President can waive the arbitral award by his unilateral declaration, and the waiver becomes effective and binding on the Philippines once the waiver is accepted by China. In certain cases decided by the International Court of Justice, acceptance by the other state is not even necessary to make the unilateral declaration effective and binding. Fortunately, the other day, Thursday, May 26, Marcos Jr. announced to the nation that as president, he will uphold the arbitral award against China. Marcos Jr. stated, and I quote, "We have a very important ruling in our favor, and we will use it to continue to assert our territorial rights. It is not a claim, it is already our territorial right," end of quote. While we certainly welcome this new position of Marcos Jr., we must nevertheless redouble our efforts and be ever more vigilant in defending the West Philippine Sea. Our motto of honor and excellence demands that we act proactively to uphold the truth about the arbitral award, that we speak truth to power about the arbitral award, and that we protect and defend what belongs to present and future generations of Filipinos as guaranteed in the arbitral award. The Constitution, moreover, mandates that the state shall protect its marine wealth in its exclusive economic zone and reserve its use and enjoyment exclusively to Filipinos. The Filipino people constitute one of the essential elements of the Philippine state. So it is our solemn duty, yours and mine, to protect and defend our exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea. The Arbitral Award is the legacy of my generation to your generation. As the ranks of my generation become thinner, we ask your generation to begin manning the ramparts in the defense of the West Philippine Sea. Safeguarding our maritime zones in the West Philippine Sea is an intergenerational duty of all Filipinos. Present and future generations of Filipinos must discharge the solemn duty to defend the West Philippine Sea with utmost honor and excellence. Thank you and congratulations on your admission to the Pi Gamma Mu International Honor Society. A pleasant day to everyone.
Pi Gamma Mu is an international social science honor society. The purpose of this society, as its name indicates, Politices Gnoskos Matite, is to study the social sciences. More specifically, it aims to reward interest and achievement in the college study of social sciences by the conferring of membership upon those who have thus distinguished themselves. Pi Gamma Mu endeavors to inspire in its honored members social service to humanity and life interest in the study of human association. It seeks also a synthesis of all branches of social science into a philosophy of human society and human welfare. By such aims and ideals, it seeks to make its contribution to the world in which we live.
Pi Gamma Mu has several meaningful symbols. The first is the society's key. The wreath at the bottom suggests that social science is the outgrowth and fulfillment of natural science. The running figure is reminiscent of the ancient Greek torch race and symbolizes humanity bringing knowledge to the solution of its own problems and passing on the light from generation to generation. The society's colors are blue and white. The motto of the society is the epigram of the master teacher, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set us free."
The ideals of Pi Gamma Mu are 7. The first ideal is scholarship. It is basic to all the rest. With knowledge, we can build society and better understand man. What has been thought, said, and tried in all generations. The second ideal is science. We need and admire the spirit of science, the firm belief that the problems that confront man can be solved by man himself, if he will search out the facts and think clearly on the basis of those facts. The third ideal is social science. We shall never understand or solve the problems of human association until we examine the souls of man, their passions, prejudices, hopes, and fears.
The fourth ideal is social idealism. Where there is no vision, the people perish. We believe in a human society fit for human life that humans themselves can build. We will not give up our vision.
The fifth ideal is sociability. Specialization makes us narrow. Our social problems are complex. They will never be solved without the cooperation of all the social sciences and those who study them.
The sixth ideal is social service. The primary purpose of science is to know and to enable us to do what we know we want to put for the benefit of man.
7. The seventh ideal is sacrifice. We are engaged in the greatest and finest of all the arts, the building of human society. Without giving, freely, fully, and sacrificially of means, time, talent, energy, and passion, all our ideals will fall short and contributions we hope to bring will never come. Now, before I call on the names of the inductees for the year 2021, let me read first the wording of the certificate that each one of you will receive. This is to certify that your name has complied with all the requirements of the Constitution and statutes pertaining to membership in the International Honor Society in Social Sciences, Pi Gamma Mu, and was elected to the Philippine Alpha Chapter, University of the Philippines. In testimony whereof, we have hereto affixed our signatures and the Great Seal of the Society this 27th of May, 2022. Signed by Maria Fe Villamejor Mendoza, President, and Maria Ella L. Atienza, Secretary. Here are the inductees for the junior level. Albina Christian Jana. Huyos Iram Dave L. Hernandez Ryan Sly D. Ison Kaizel B. Ortiguera Brandon Polo P. Reyes Ray Chester F. Sanchez Riza J. Tarun Trisha Ann W. Ukol Ronald Joaquin R. Here are the inductees for the senior level. Belisario Maria Cristina T. Bengzon Faye Antoinette. Kadigoy Francis Ryan L. Canlas Jaira E. Castro Mel Joseph G. Contreras Alisa B. De Mesa Gaia D. De la Cruz Bernardino Jr. S. D. Luis Salvador R. Kraft Castle Clarice M. Lalaurie Gianna Danielle M. Laron Marian Isabel P. Makalalag Mervin Eufemio P. Manyalak Margaret Gretel C. Pareño Nicole Ann K. Ramon Howe Jacqueline Rian M. Shasoyko Francesca Anais Y. Santa Maria Janine May V. Tuason Catherine Ann K. Villa Esther Maurice GP M. Yamada Regina B.
Here are the inductees for the graduate level. Abog Kisha Crisel A. Adarne Fe Isabel A. Bilon Xavier Luis J. Binoya James Leslie Michael U. Corpus Anna Marie Faith L. Dakuyan Flor de Lis B. De Los Santos Morlef Micael C. Evasco Mariel A. Fernando Enrique Benjamin III R. Gache Regina Carla J. Hinalok Kevin J. R. Labita Jewel B. Limlingan Elisander L. Magkawas Almira G. Manapat George Ringo S. Marty Joelyn N. Ojoronde Samuel A. Ramirez Bojorn Sirad A. Salcedo Ara Charis C. Sentina Dominic Dean V. Tanodra Carlo Ray I. Congratulations to all the inductees for the year 2021.
Hello, I am John Ray Luis Gavina Putong, fourth year BA Philosophy major from the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy at UP Diliman. I was second year, tapos yun yung time na nag-volunteer ako sa volunteer corps ng Student Council ng CSSP. Then yun, na-bring up nila yung concern na, kailangan namin ng new set of teachers ngayon sa Backward School, baka gusto nyo mag-volunteer. Sabi nila, hindi, okay lang, kahit sino pwede magturo. From then on, so yun, nakuha ko ang class is teaching philosophy. Tapos they're in an open area sa college. So kung sino mga student, kanya wala silang klase, dadaan sila. Minsan nakikinig sila sa mga discussions. So yun, I was discussing, yun. Tapos doon ko talaga nagamit, I think, yung mga naturo sa akin. Nung fresh year ako, second year, hindi ko naman sabihin ginawa kong practice yung pagtuturo sa lumad. But then it really helped me with realizing what I really wanted to do. Yun nga, kaya that's why I decided to teach. Is one of the reasons is because of them. Because I realized that these students, sila kasi yung mga nasa lumad, sila yung gustong mag-aral talaga pero hindi nabigyan ng pagkakataon dahil pinalayas sila sa mga lugar nila, sinira yung mga eskwelahan nila, sinunog. Tapos because they've been given this opportunity that was taken away from them when they were in the original homes. Parang mas persistent sila sa pag-aaral, mas gusto nilang matuto. Parang narealize ko, parang if you really want to learn, parang hindi yung madaling maintindihan pero kaya yung maintindihan. And of course, ako din kasi I was a student at that time. It was the time then second year was pretty hard for me. Din yung nag-volunteer na ako sa other outside of academics and then may orgs ako. And at times may mga hindi ako nakapasok sa kanila kasi sila din meron silang ibang activities or rallies na gustong puntahan. So hindi sila nakapunta nakapasok sa class. So I do really regret na we were only able to spend a short time together. Right now, they already left yung Backward School. Nag-graduate na sila. So ayun, how it's really affected me is nakita ko talaga yung need for the kind of community-oriented belief system nila, community-oriented ideals nila and principles that I think it's very important right now, wherein they really look at the needs of the community rather than the needs of the individual. Something that's really stuck to me na sa mga rules, I guess, rules sa community nila was they weren't allowed to, when receiving donations, for example, for toys, dapat hindi sila, yung mga toys nila hindi pang individual, like for example, dolls or action figures. Hindi ganun yung mga toys nila. The toys they accept are yung mga toys like basketball or guitars, something that's really, that would the entire community would enjoy. And that's really something that stuck with me. And I think it's a principle that is very important for people to have right now, especially in this very disconnected and very individual world where oftentimes we seldom think about the needs of others and always prioritize ourselves. And with the theme of this year's virtual ceremony, I feel like very apt talaga siya. These anxious times, just hearing that, naka-anxious talaga. Kasi when I think about my life 20 years or even just 15 years into the future, it's very unsure because of everything that's happening. I remember yung isang sinabi ng political scientist na in-interview regarding the next administration. Parang ang sabi niya, good luck na lang sa atin. Yun nga, that's what I've been feeling this past 2 years, or even especially during the pandemic, na I don't know what to expect in the next couple of years. It's really changed my perspective into something that's geared more towards social sciences. I really realized that educational reform requires a lot from the social sciences. I think very heavy cross that social scientists have to carry now, especially with this age of sobrang laking disinformation. And even though we say na it's the fault of these quote-unquote bobotantes or people that don't know how to research or hindi nakikinig sa mga experts, I think we really have to reorient the way we as social scientists really have to reorient the way we look at this problem. Something people don't understand now is how important not just having this information is, but having teaching how to deal with this information. So I think very important ngayon for fields like anthropology, sociology, and how we reorient the way we look at this. Analytical thinking, critical thinking. And I think what's really important na kailangan ibalik natin, or something that's we have to instill more than ever, outside of critical thinking, analytical thinking, or with it, alongside it, is caring thinking, being able to collaborate with others and care, and then put ourselves in others' shoes and empathize with them when we talk to them and when we relay this information. Really have to reinstill that idea, parang that caring thinking, wherein when we talk to them, we listen wholeheartedly, not just listen in order to react, but and then really listen in order to realize what the problem is. Kasi yun yung naging issue talaga ngayon. We listen to them, ang narinig lang natin maling information. But we don't realize ba't ba sila naniniwala sa mga ganyan? Where are they coming from? We lack this overall, including me, I still have, naging issue pa rin talaga sa akin at times, where we lack understanding, we lack that kind of caring and sympathy when we talk to others. And I think that's really important for us as social scientists to really instill back into our field, yung caring thinking. From the theme of this year's virtual ceremony, these are undeniably hard and anxious times. And especially ngayon, we're in our expertise, the very fields we chose, we are neglected, and oftentimes we're looked down upon for choosing them. So nawawalan talaga ng importance or even halaga ang mga fields natin. And these are the times where I think that it's like we can give up, and then we take these aside and go into the real world, pursue more lucrative fields. But no, I think these are the times where we must persevere. We can't give up. We may take some rest, recuperate, but in the end, we have to move forward and really realize that these fields, even though they're neglected, and we live in a society where it's not as important as the STEM, or even sometimes it's even not unimportant. These hard times is where we can really find the change that the world needs, where we can really connect what we have learned with our passions and our advocacies and bring it forward. we mustn't let our education stay within the confines of the classroom that we're leaving. We take it into the real world where these theories and concepts will truly be tested, their mettle will be tested, and hopefully we can push for that change that we have hoped for. And for those that are still studying like me, who probably will pursue their graduate studies, hopefully this also, we won't also let this, our studies hinder our true education. We remember to volunteer, be active, be really part of the world where we can really learn the truth. And sa tagline nga ng Pi Gamma Mu, the truth that will set us free.
Now, before I call all the names of the inductees for the year 2022, let me first read the wording of the certificate that each one of you will receive. This is to certify that your name has complied with all the requirements of the Constitution and statutes pertaining to membership in the International Honor Society in Social Sciences, Pi Gamma Mu, and was elected to the Philippine Alpha Chapter, University of the Philippines. In testimony whereof, we have here to affix our signatures and the Great Seal of the Society this 27 May 2022. Signed by Maria Fe Villamejor Mendoza, President, and Maria Ella Elaquienza, Secretary.
Here are the inductees for the junior level. Maxine C. Alcedo, Blessy Ray E. Andus, Luis Victoria T. Ang, Arieta Nicole R. Achivido, Antonio A. Balanon III, Julia Muriel A. Bantugan, Kaylee Ann M. Bautista, Rowella Marcel M. Bautista, Gabriel Vernon Q. Bauzon, Marie Janille B. Burdin, Chloe Marie R. Cáceres, Aliza Maxine B. Cajuco, Althea Bianca G. Calderon, Maria Victoria P. Casquero, Patricia Nicole L. Choi, Realyn G. Coquilla, Catherine Erica H. Cornejo, Christine Megan D. Coronel, Aliza Faye B. Cruz, Carmela Rose D. De Castro, Michelle Sharina D. Di Maunahan, Rio Marie O. Dula, Trisha R. Estenso, Alexandra Hesmundo, Carlo Beatro B. Gumabay, Patricia Marie R. Imperial, Marian Joey V. Haraplasan, Shania Ann A. Jimenez, Trisha Alia D. Limbo, Kenya A. Manalaysay, Gian Alexandria V. Marinas, Pamela Grace G. Medriano, Cruzette T. Mejia,
Jeff Mitzel B. Paran, Rudy P. Parel Jr., Gerald S. Pesigan, Errol Luz Maria M. Prieto, Aaron Jane L. Ramos, Olga Marie M. Ricalde, Kurt Daryl E. Romaris, Lawrence Neil E. Sagarino, Sean Christopher S. Salazar, James Orlan R. Sario, Mary Joyce A. Torrefel, Janmel L. Usman, Isabella F. Villanueva, Ayla Joey F. Zavala. Here are the inductees for the senior level. Alejandro P. Abaki, Janine Marie C. Abelia, Kristia Moraliza L. Abogado, Hannah Grace P. Acoyo, Marina Myrtle H. Albarasi, Justin Ann C. Alcantara, Audrey B. Alcaraz, Samantha Joy A. Alvarado, Jerry Mariel A. Ami, Mark Hill C. Ante, Jeremy Cohel M. Antonio, Anne Nicole B. Apolinar, Patricia Beatriz R. Asansa, Cherry Easy A. Azarcon, Kenneth Michael M. Baba, Stephanie Angela P. Bacordo, Bianca Isabel M. Baldemor, Timoteo C. Valensoy III, Rizal Iana Marie B.C. Banayos, Clint Adrian C. Pasig, Diego Maria J. Bautista, Theodore Ricardo R. Bautista, David B. Benito, Nicole Marie M. Bolinas, Corinne Angela C. Buenaventura, Stephen Joseph N. Cagigla, Margel G. Cahigas, Angel Diane L. Kaliwan, Maria Beatriz V. Cantero, Patricia Antoinette G. Capuyan, Grace Y. Carrasco, Kim Reiner D. Casino, Mary Kathleen G. Castillo, Christine Kyla E. Castro, Zerinea Claire A. Chuson, Clarence S. Collado, Alex Nicole L. Dantes, Jenna Faye B. De Leon, Hazel Gale C. Deperio, Tamia B. Desagu, Jose Maria Lorenzo G. De Vera, Janina Angela B. Del Rio, Mary Jane T. Dicen II, Jacqueline Marie B. Dimalanta, Angel Therese C. Druha, Earl Max D. Ayata, Paula Marielle A. Elises, Dara Janelle V. Iyoy, Elijah Daniel O. Espiritu, Meline Micaela C. Fernandez, Joshua Alan R. Filio, Zesanel D. Garay, Fatima Corinne A. Garcia, Rochelle L. Garcia, Rihanna Julia M. Gatchalian, Kyla Dominique L. Gayo, Danelle Ariana T. Go, Dana Carissa R. Gonsalves, Kimberly Ann P. Goyena, Zenia Grace S. Guadagna, Analu B. Gulpique, Ashley K. F. Hanapi, Winona Yadin S. Iko, Yumi P. Ilagan, Mary Dayan O. Hamindang, RJ D. Julio, Christy Ann C. Cunyo, Spencer Sean S. K, Mylene N. Lagundin, Norzen May A. Lejarzo, Mirella May S. Lezada, Angelica Eunice S. Lim, Gertrude Beatriz D. Lim, Maria Cristina E. Limos, Therese Q. Litonhua, Rance Albren B. Levares, Angela Marie R. Lopez, Marvin O. Lopez, Nikki Pauline B. Lumayag, Camille Ann B. Madara, Vince Hoson T. Magay, Eliani Marie A. Malen, Alyssa S. Manalo, Clyde A. Maningo, Kurt Franz Amard M. Manyo, Mark Vincent R. Mersene, Kendrick William S. Mirales, Angelica Ann S. Monteclaro, Dory V. A. Montenegro, Jerica Joy B. Montero, Angela May Morales, Mia Mileni F. Nasis, Erica Pauline A. Natividad, Marcelo P. Navata, Mary Christine F. Pancubila, Lian Javen C. Pangilinan, Bea Kathleen G. Perlas, Nasal Laika R. Petiza, Joanna Alexandra B. Porlas, Ruth Daryl A. Pugo, Jewel Vanili M. Punay, John Ray Luis G. Puto, Javan Eve R. Kitoy, Mariel B. Quizon, Carmelo Emil P. Rabago, Riza B. Ramoran, Glovin Lorraine S. Reyes, Joel Ann D. Reyes, Mary Feliz M. Ricanor, Nika B. Rile, Jovera Gia S. Rivera, Celestine Joy S. Rosales, Therese Faye P. Salazar, Sheila C. Samosa, Bianca Marie D.C. San Luis, Ferdinand L. Sanchez II, Hyra Giselle B. Santos, Richelle S. Ciares, Claire May S. Serrano, John Vincent C. Sibad, Pearl Raylene May S. Socias, Marie Angeli G. Solamo, Julia Sela B. Sontellanosa, Marielle Larry Soriano, Marnel P. Sularan, Carlos Joaquin R. Tabalon, Jed Brian S. Tamboon, John Warren G. Tamor, Laura May T. Tenefrancia, Conrado V. Terada III, Anna Patricia J. Tiongson, John Matthew S. Tiongson, Andrea May H. Tomas, Eugene Dale E. Trabuco, Margaret L. Uy, Milinia Ciela R. Vicente, Nika Grace R. Villania, Andre Joshua R. Yu. Here are the inductees for the graduate level. Mariam Jane M. Agonos, Ria Mara M. Aguirre, Raquel G. Agustin, Lawrence Joseph Z. Alvarez, Emily M. Amoloza, Edward Nathaniel C. Apostol, Jennifer P. Arce Buche, Jamaica May L. Arizapa, Maria Magdalena P. Balacua, Rustan Paulo C. Baltazar. Christian Ray C. Buendia. Maria Genesis T. Katindig Reyes. Ernesto C. Colio Jr. Cristina P. Corsino. Edmond Duane N. Demesa. Kirsten Lian May C. Dedase. Richelle G. Escolar. Aljon P. Estrella. Dino C. Jinete. Raymart Ryan D.M. Giliartes. Joshua R. Ladia. Claril Ann D. Laminato Fernandez. Riza Ann R. Law. Raymart R. Macana. Danilo M. Mayani. Kim Gerald G. Medallon. Maria Rowena V. Mende. Robert H. Paano. Moses Isaiah B. Palses. Alfredo D. Paningbatan Jr. Wallace D. Panlilio. Jose Mikhail F. Perez. J.R. N. Rabusa. Sheena Lynn V. Ramos. Peter G. Romerosa. Elgin Glenn R. Salomon. Lay Marus V. Sinsay. Charlene G. Season. Hannah Grace P. Vargas. Diane Moritz P. Zapata. Congratulations to all the inductees for the year 2022.
Repeat after me the motto of Pi Gamma Mu. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Ye shall know the truth,
And the truth shall make you free.
Ye shall know the truth,
and the truth shall set you free.
Inasmuch as these new members have heard and accepted the ideals, purposes, and plans of the organization, I declare that they are now henceforth members of Pi Gamma Mu, an international honor society in social science, and such are hereby invested with all the rights, privileges, honors, and duties connected herewith. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. In accepting membership in the International Social Science Honor Society of Pi Gamma Mu, hereby pledge myself to maintain the spirit of inquiry for knowledge that ennobles man, encourage fulfillment of creative aspirations that will lead to the well-being and advancement of mankind, and always to contribute through scholarly endeavor to the reconciliation of diverse races, peoples, and creeds based on universal understanding, faith, erudition, and enlightenment. Cognoscitis veritatem, et veritas vos liberabit. Congratulations!
Hi, I'm Shinaline V. Ramos, now Shinaline Ramos Ramel, from the College of Development Communication, taking up Master of Science in Development Communication here at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños Graduate School. During my grad school journey, actually, dalawa yung I experienced the best and the worst events of my life. So best is during mid-year, last school year, kinasal ako sa aking man of my dreams. So I juggled both simultaneously yung pag-aaral ko at yung paggawa ng aking thesis proposal and as well as sa pag-prepare ng kasal. During daytime, that's the time na prepare ko yung wedding. And during nighttime, doon lang ako. Minsan hindi pa nga. During nighttime, doon ako nagkakaroon ng time to study at gawin yung aking thesis proposals. I got married on August 7, 2021, and my father died on October 7, 2021. Exactly 2 months after, yung happiness na naramdaman ko, syempre that was the happiest moment of my life that time. After 2 months, yung happiness na yun turned into grief. Yung gabi na yun, actually pala, gumagawa ako ng paper. At yung araw na yun, ay nagpaalam ako sa prof ko na hindi muna ako makakapasok ng klase kasi binabantayan ko yung father ko, baka hindi ako makafocus. Di ba, nagpe-paper ako during that time, tapos narinig na namin si Papa na parang nahihirapan na ng breathing, sakto nandyan na yung oxygen. Before namin naikabit yung oxygen doon sa ilong niya, natumilik na yung mata niya. So that was the worst night of my life. Hindi namin alam kung paano yung gagawin namin before. Kasi talagang tumilik na yung mata niya, tapos kinakailangan namin hanapin yung posisyon niya para makahinga siya. Nung moment na narinig niya yung boses ng kuya ko, wala pa siya sa loob ng kwarto. Doon na siya nalagutan ng hininga. So, ayun na nga, hanggang 8:30 namatay siya, 1 p.m. nilibing siya. Ganon kabilis ang mga pangyayari. Actually, yun pala yung simula ng tragedy kasi pagbalik namin ng bahay, doon na pala siya sobrang sakit. Kasi pagbalik mo lahat ng corners ng bahay mo, nakikita mo siya, naiisip mo siya. Nakikita mo lahat ng mga ginagawa niya. I requested for 2 weeks off from the graduate school sa mga teachers ko. And sobra naman nilang maintindihin. Kapag intindi, even my classmates, they were sending lectures, screen captures of the. After 2 weeks, sabi ko parang kinakailangan ko nang bumalik. I thought the 2 weeks was enough para bumalik ako. I'll be back on track. So exactly 2 weeks, I tried to open my laptop. Tapos sinubukan kong balikan yung mga backlogs ko, pero ang hirap, hindi pala talaga. Hindi siya gano'n kadali na parang pag open mo ng laptop, pagkabasa mo ng mga requirements mo, agad-agad makakabalik ka. Dilim na hindi mo alam kung saan ka magsisimula. So nung hindi ko na kaya, sabi ko parang hindi ko kayang ipilit 'to. I think I'll file for leave of absence. So, meron yung time nun, isang buong araw. Naghahanap lang ako ng kausap, nagchat ako ng gagawin ko, nag-ask ako ng mga advices. So, sinabi ng mga tao na, yes, wag mo munang pilitin. Kung hindi kaya, then mag-file ka ng leave of absence. Before the day ends, yung boss ko yung huling nag-reply sa akin. That one conversation changed everything. Sinabi niya sa akin na yung legacy ng mga magulang natin ay makikita kung paano mga anak yung mga buhay nila. So, yun yung talagang tumatak sa isip ko. Naaalala ko kasi kung paanong in-struggle ni Papa at ng parents ko yung life namin. Just so, makapag-aral ako sa UP. Kasi pinili ko mag-aral sa UP so sobrang hirap ng buhay. Lalo pa nung nag-masters ako. Parang sayang lahat kapag tinigil mo. Sinabi nung boss ko sa akin na hindi dapat although sobrang laki ng problema, pero sabi niya, hindi dapat sa isang problema lang titigil yung buhay mo. And I also believe na kaya rin siguro ako nakabalik on track is that alam ko na yung passion ko sa dreams ko ay dahil first is that kaya din naman ako kumuha ng masters ng development communication, as I mentioned earlier, is that for our communities here sa mga farmers, sa mga indigenous communities, and those are the people who need development most. At kung binitawan ko yung pangarap ko, binitawan ko dahil sa malaking nangyari sa buhay ko. Pagka binitawan ko yung dream, yung passion ko diyan, paano ko nga naman ma-achieve yung dream ko na yun, yung passion ko na yun in helping people? Paano ko babalik sa university, dala-dala yung mga bagong kaalaman kung tumigil ako, kung sumuko ako. So, that story shows that my journey in graduate school is actually really a extreme roller coaster ride. So again, I was able to experience the best and worst events of my life. And I believe na yung experience ko na yon mirrors the passion, my passion in learning, in pursuing, sabi ko nga, pursuing excellence or pursuing the quest for excellence even in the most anxious time of my life. So siguro kung nabubuhay pa si Papa, what I can say is, nandito na ako. Malapit na. Tatapusin natin yung thesis na pangarap mo. We struggled a lot. But you raised me as a brave and strong woman. That's why I am here. Hindi tayo nagpadala sa being challenges in life, but rather I used it as a tool to continue going para mas maging strong. Para sa mga susunod na challenges na ibabato sa akin, I know kayang-kaya ko. Kasi yun ngang napagdaanan ko na sobrang hirap kinaya ko. It's actually because of you. Because you raised me very well. I will continue with my life the way we planned it. kung kayang higitan yung mga efforts, ay hihigitan para lahat ng pangarap natin ay matutupad. So I just wish you still see me. I just wish you still can say, very good, you are proud of me, but I know you are. I know up there you are still proud of me, and that all the phases of my graduate journey will always be there for me. Alam ko, nararamdaman ko na nandiyan ka pa rin para sa akin. Sa mga panahon na nahihirapan ko, alam kong nandiyan ka pa rin para sa akin. Sa mga panahon na nawawalan man ako ng motibasyon, alam kong nandiyan ka para ibalik yun. And I promise you, I will finish this. I promise you, I will finish my master's degree. And I will make you proud. I love you very much, and I really miss you.
To our guest of honor, former Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio, Pi Gamma Mu UP Chapter President Dr. Maria Fe Villamejor Mendoza, the Board of Directors of Pi Gamma Mu, fellow inductees, and everyone who is a part of this momentous event, pagpalayang araw po sa inyong lahat. To say that we have been through a lot is an understatement. For one, the COVID-19 pandemic has upended the rhythm of our day-to-day lives. More than 2 years after the virus first spread, there is still quite some uncertainty as to where we are headed. In our country's case, while it seems like the virus's spread has been generally under control these past few months, and there has been some semblance of pre-pandemic normalcy, we can only hope that it remains that way and that the vicious virus will not pull off any more unwanted surprises. And as if the pandemic was not enough, the recently concluded national elections saw the much-dreaded return of the Marcoses to power. Marahil, maraming pwedeng maiturong dahilan kung bakit sila nagtagumpay. Ngunit alam kong lahat tayo nagulat nung una nating nakita ang resulta noong kinagabihan noong May 9. How could we allow the power-hungry son of a disgraced dictator recapture the highest position in the land, when 36 years ago, our people rose up to depose their family's dictatorial rule? The grim circumstances which we all face today make it easy to just detach ourselves from the situation we all face. Dahil baka maredtag tayo o masabihang terorista. Self-preservation, after all, is always the easy way out. But if we did that, we might as well be called iskolar na kanya-kanyahan, rather than iskolar ng bayan. The hard-earned money of our fellow Filipinos were used to fund their educational undertaking. Thus, it is only proper that we offer the skills which we have learned as students of the social sciences for the betterment of our people, especially those who are marginalized. Maraming beses na nating nasaksihan ang pagsagasa ng mga makapangyarihan sa karapatang pantao para lamang maisulong nila ang pansariling interes. Ang nakakalungkot, tila katanggap-tanggap pa para sa marami nating kababayan ang pang-aapi sa kapwa para umano sa pag-aasenso ng nakararami. One would think that given our scientific and technological progress, we ought to have also progressed far in terms of morality. Yet that same sense of inhumanity, which has fueled wars and genocides in the past, continues to pervade. Only this time, the preaching of inhumanity is often done subtly by predatory capitalists and political demagogues, so that they could rally the masses to whatever self-serving cause. And this is why we are needed. Bilang mga mag-aaral ng agham panlipunan, our exposure to numerous theories and approaches has armed us with critical perspectives, which are crucial not just in merely understanding human society, but in inclusively bettering it. And although we recognize that there can be a multiplicity of perspectives because of the sheer complexity of our respective discourses, we do not fall to the trap of passive relativism, which allows for the blatant distortion of truth and an antipathy towards critical thinking. Our UP education always compels us to take a stand. Kaya sa kabila ng ating pagkadehado ngayon, huwag tayong matakot tumindig. Para sa kung ano ang totoo, ang tama, at ang makabubuti sa bayan nating pinaglilingkuran. While the corrupt ones in power have money and machinery, which easily make for a docile population, we have knowledge and critical thinking in our arsenal which, if weaponized properly, can liberate the great masses of our people from their bondage. The challenge now is that we must transform our learnings and convictions into action, and our reach must not be limited to the echo chambers of our intellectual circles. We ought to get out of our comfort zones and to be able to make the greater mass of our compatriots realize the value of repudiating passivity, mediocrity, and anti-intellectualism, those traits which enable dictatorships, so that we could collectively forge a truly democratic society, wherein its citizens are empowered enough to purge any hint of dictatorial tendencies. In our quest to achieve an enlightened and empowered citizenry, let us remember to win hearts and minds and not be the cause for more divisions. After all, our enemy is not the people who have been deceived, but those who benefit the most from deceiving the masses with their pernicious lies. Kung tatanggapin natin ang mabigat na tungkulin na kinakaharap nating mga mag-aaral ng lipunan, walang duda na mahaba ang ating magiging laban. Bilang isang mag-aaral ng kasaysayan, naaalarma ako sa pagbabaluktot ng kasaysayan, pagkagat ng mga tao sa mali-maling mga naratibo. Pero natutuwa ako na marami na ring namumulat at sinisikap itama ang kwento ng nakaraan. Kaya may tiwala akong magtatagumpay tayo sa huli. Our induction into this prestigious honor society is already a testament to our invaluable dedication to honor and excellence. It is my fervent hope that we can bring that dedication into a higher level by collectively channeling our knowledge and energies to fulfill our vital duty to the nation. After all, this is not just a fight for mere scholarly relevance. Laban ito para sa katotohanan na mahalaga para sa isang maliwanag na kinabukasan para sa ating bayan. My home college in UP, the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, would call us students konsensya ng bayan. Being konsensya ng bayan does not just entail having mastery over theories and concepts. Above all, being konsensya ng bayan means speaking truth to power and empowering others to do the same. And so, allow me to extend that noble identifier to every one of us, whether we are from the college or not. May we truly embody the essence of being konsensya ng bayan, so that we could save our fainting democracy and reinvigorate it into one which genuinely responds to the needs of every Filipino, especially the marginalized. Padayon, my fellow inductees, and we sincerely thank everyone involved in organizing the ceremony for the warm welcome. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang scholar ng bayan, mabuhay ang pag-asa ng bayan.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Pi Gamma Mu International Honor Society in Social Sciences, Philippine Alpha Chapter, University of the Philippines, let me give my congratulations to all of you new inductees. You have succeeded in your studies at a very difficult time. It is no mean feat to survive 2 years of the pandemic and navigate through the difficulties of remote learning. It is also an interesting and historic time for our country. Your generation will be very crucial in the never-ending process of nation building. You will have to use your learnings in the social sciences in the real world. We can only hope that the University of the Philippines has given you tools in the form of theories, approaches, and critical analytical skills necessary to build an inclusive, democratic, just, and progressive society. Mabuhay kayong mga iskolar ng bayan. Naway paglingkuran nyo ang ating bayan gamit ang natutunan nyo sa Agham Panlingkuran. Maraming salamat.
Ako si Dayan Zapata, nagtapos ng Diploma in Urban and Regional Planning nitong 2021 at nagtapos ng BA Public Administration mula sa NCPAG noong 2011. Ako ay asawa ng former political prisoner na si Dennis Velasco ng Human Rights Day 7. Noong December 10, 2020, International Human Rights Day, at 2 a.m. in the morning, sinugod ng forces ng Philippine National Police yung bahay namin at ni-raid, authorized by search warrant based on false testimony. So, nadapa kami habang hinilubhog yung bahay namin. And by the time na pinayagan na pumasok yung barangay officials dun sa bahay namin, nakapagtanim na ng mga ebidensya, ganyan, supposed ebidensya laban sa aking asawa. So, several guns, ammunition, even a grenade, nilagay nila sa mga gamit namin. So, they arrested my husband based on these evidence. Ang aking asawa, si Dennis Velasco, ay isang labor rights advocate. Isa siyang aktivista na nag-oorganisa ng mga manggagawa sa ilang malalaking kumpanya dito sa Metro Manila. Nung araw na yon, we would later learn na may iba pang mga inarestong mga aktivista. May 6 pa. The government storyline, initially, sabi nila, gun running syndicate itong mga ito, but eventually, they would be red tagged as communists. Si Dennis was released on March 8, 2022, nito lang, after 15 months of detention. At binasura yung mga kaso laban sa kanya. Nung nangyari ito, I was wrapping up my semester with SERP and finishing up my coursework na kasama dun sa naputol kong semestre nung nagkaroon ng pandemya at nagkaroon ng lockdown. I entered into the diploma program with the intention to do my master's eventually with the ladder-race program. Nung nangyari sa amin ito, talagang na-shake yung core ko kasi it made me question, bakit nga ba ako nag-aral ng public administration? Bakit ko pinaghihirapan mag-aral sa SERP when the government itself niyurakan niya yung human rights na protected sana ng constitution. So, galit talaga ako. So, isinantabi ko muna talaga, conscious na choice na isintabi muna yung pag-aaral. Kasi nagdadalawang isip na rin ako kung gusto ko pa bang tapusin yung aking pag-aaral. Tinanganan ko talaga nun yung role na pag-lead ng campaign ng asawa ko, First Freedom. Pag nagtapos yung trabaho ko ng 5 sa pang-araw-araw, I would dedicate the rest of my day para dun sa pangangailangan ng asawa ko and his campaign. Pero sa lahat ng ito, my husband encouraged me to finish my studies. Sabi niya, sayang, kailangan din kasi ng mga aktivista na nagtapos ng higher studies. Malaki yung pagpapahalaga niya dahil iba kasi ang critical thinking skills na hinubog ng experience ng pagiging full-time na aktivista katulad niya. Medyo natigilin ako doon actually. Ako aktivista kasi parang I didn't consider myself an activist at that time kasi siguro nung undergrad ako or early years after my graduation, parang ako kasi parang simpleng mamamayan na lang ako na nagtatrabaho ng 8 to 5. Pero dun sa nangyari sa asawa ko, parang natulak ako sa sitwasyon na nagawak ako ng placards, umawak ako ng mic o megaphone sa mga pagkilos, ganyan, magsalita sa mga forum. Siguro nga, aktivista na nga ako uli. I struggled to finish my coursework. Hindi talaga siya madali. At the time din, inisip ko that finishing my studies was my personal act ng defiance. Kasi I refuse na matakot, to cower to the violence ng state against my personal development. Kasi yun naman yung point, they wanted to disrupt yung buhay namin. And I reject yung wish nila na to silence us. Di ba kaya naman nila ginagawa ito sa mga aktivista para matakot sila, yung mga aktivista at iba pang mga tao para hindi maging kritikal. Ako, sa totoo, ang whole theme for me and now for the whole nation is yung struggle for truth. No? Iniisip ko, nakakatawa, as social scientists, we struggle so much with research, reading, data collection, etc. And pero rarely do we ever claim na to know the absolute truth. Na ito ang tama, ito lang ang paraan ng pagtingin sa isang bagay. Hindi tayo ganun eh. Ang dami natin ginagawa. To present something close to the truth or closest to the truth as a result of a scientific process. Pero nakakagalit na ang fake news peddlers, grabe ang proliferation niya sa ibang platforms, hanggang sa consciousness ng tao. In light of this, as social scientists, we must all come together to protect the truth. We all must advocate for the truth. We must be activists for the truth. Napakaraming biktima ng disinformation. In fact, yung buong bansa ay biktima ng rampant disinformation. But more so siguro sa mga taong sinabihang nanlaban. Kaya pinatay. Mga ni-red tag. Kaya may banta sa buhay. May mga tinaniman ng ebidensya at nananatiling nakakulong. No? Mga dinukot na hindi pa rin nakikita hanggang ngayon. Sa mga aktivista, sinasabi nila, ang components ng pagkilos ay arouse, organize, mobilize. Magmulat, mag-organisa, magpakilos. As social scientists, malaki yung papel natin sa pagmumulat. Hinubog tayo ng pag-aaral na gamit ang ating critical thinking. Pero kinakailangan natin lumahok sa diskurso online and offline. Nagbibiroan kami ng asawa ko at mga kaibigan namin. Baka kailangan lahat tayo mag-TikTok na, mag-YouTube na rin tayo. Lahat kasi yun yung pinapanood at doon kinukuha ng marami, especially na kabataan, yung information nila. Napapaniwalaan sila doon. Biro-biroan lang siya, pero bakit nga ba hindi? Kasi kailangan natin magpaliwanag at labanan yung disinformation online, lalo pa sa napakabilis kumalat ng disinformation. So, we have to make truth accessible to the largest number of people. Kailangan natin lumabas sa 4 na sulok ng classroom, ng opisina, or in this case, ngayong pandemic, 4 na sulok ng Zoom, at kumilos para sa katotohanan. Mga kapwa ko scholar ng bayan, kapwa social scientist, kailangan natin magpakahusay tayo sa ating field, sa ating career. But we should make our excellence an act of defiance against this information. Makibaka tayo para sa katotohanan. Maraming salamat.
UP naming mahal Magisag magpakailanman, ating pagdiwang, bulwagan ng daangan. Humayo di tanghal, gigit at tapang, mabuhay ang pag-asa ng bayan. Mabuhay ang pag-asa ng bayan.
Universidad ng Pilipinas. Universidad ng Pilipinas. Universidad ng Pilipinas. Universidad ng Pilipinas.